Hi, I'm Jo.
And I'm Emily.
And this is Good Morning Lancaster.
We are joined by some very special guests today. So do you want to introduce yourself to our people watching?
Yeah, hi. So I'm Rory, and I'm the upcoming LUSU president. Scary.
I'm Leah, and I'm the upcoming LUSU wellbeing officer.
Thank you for joining us today, guys. I just want to firstly ask, what made both of you go for your roles?
Cool. Yeah. So I've volunteered a lot of my time at Lancaster, probably more time than I have been doing my degree through Finesse JCR, and through that I kind of found that I was really enjoying that part of university life and the kind of student representation, and I kind of through that got to sit on a lot of like higher panels. So from that I kind of thought I felt I was the what's the word? I felt like I had the experience to go for it, and I just threw myself into the ring, and here I am. So, yeah.
It's a fairly similar story for me, I guess. It was a lot of people telling me that they thought I'd be good at it, and I was like, maybe I'll give it a go. Like similar to Rory, I was on Finesse JCR for a year, and that kind of came about by someone telling me that I should go for it and put myself out there. And then a similar story with going for LUSU is people were like, we think you do a good job, and I was like, okay, I'll believe you.
I love right now we're just like bigging up Furnace like they're like come on, woo. Best JCR, let's say that.
We've won an award.
Well, you did, yeah. But something that I do want to ask you both really is, why do you think that your new officer roles are important, especially for student voice, in terms of like the campaigning aspects? I know I can speak from the wellbeing perspective. There's been lots of campaigns that have come out from that, but like especially for president, I know you were a big advocate for renting and the financial side of it all, being a student.
Yeah. So
just want to elaborate more on why you think it's important, especially for student voice.
Yeah, cool. So without student representation with the high ups of the university, they can kind of just do whatever they want with students. They can just decide, right, we're going to charge this, that, and the other. We're going to do this, that, and the other to your course. We're going to do whatever we want, whatever suits the university best, right? And without students being empowered into these positions, but also into lower positions like JCRs and even society execs and sports execs, with those you can I've lost my train of thought entirely.
It's okay.
Brain has gone blank. Could you repeat the question?
No worries. It's fine.
I'm writing a diss at the moment, guys. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It's this season. It's allowed. What I was asking is, why do you think that being president is important for the student voice?
Yes.
Because I know there's been lots of campaigns from the student union that's been backed by Ella and everyone. So, what's your opinion on that, really?
I know what I was saying.
Now it's back.
So getting that student voice in those rooms is basically just making sure that students can't be exploited at university. And also it's a great opportunity for students to kind of access those rooms with those people that are sort of at the peak of their career, And it's a springboard for students as well. So to be able to leave the university with more than just a degree, because everyone kind of has a degree at the moment. So kind of all the opportunities at the university, whether it is your society execs or it's LUSU or it's JCRs, it gives you something to be able to sort of leave the university with and say, I've made this positive change and I've represented these people.
I mean, I guess for wellbeing in particular, I like student experience and student voices are like, they are the foundations of university, right? Like we kind of make up what university life is. And I think wellbeing is important because it gives a platform to issues that students think are important. So these like students who have an idea for something that they want to change or something where they want to see improvements, but maybe don't know the routes they can take or the channels they can go through in order to make that positive change. We're kind of here to sort of guide them in the right direction, I suppose, and make sure that they are getting what they want out of their university experience.
I think that's really important, just getting people's voices across. And obviously, through your campaigns, you're trying to get your voices across. How did you find campaigning over the period of campaigns?
I thoroughly enjoyed not doing my degree for a week. Although now I'm less enjoying having not done my degree for a week. No, I really enjoyed being able to run around the university and talk to as many people as possible. I'm sure plenty of people didn't enjoy me coming up to them wanting to talk to them, but they did get a sticker out of it, so that's positive. I really enjoyed running into lecture theatres and shouting at a theatre full of people with permission typically. But if the lecturer wasn't there, it was free reign. So I just really enjoyed the engagement that we got. I think the nice weather really helped as well, because there were so many people out on sort of Alex Square and Bonnie Steps and stuff. It was really nice to be able to sort of go around. People were happier because the sun was out, so it was quite nice to be able to go up to people, and they were quite keen to talk to me. So I just had fun essentially.
It was so much fun. I think for me, it was really an opportunity to test my personal limits. I guess I'm quite naturally introverted, so it's like going up to people and like speaking and being quite loud and present is something that's relatively new to me, but it was so much fun. And I mean, the nice weather was great. I think I spent an afternoon playing Giant Connect 4 on Alex Square with people. It was just great, and I spoke to so many people and got to know so many people, and now loads of people know my name, which is a bit scary, but it's interesting.
I think, well, it's a good thing now people know who like you both are, so like if they have any issues they can like come up to you and like talk. But I think it's important that we reflect on the journey that both of you and all the new FTOs have in terms of the campaigning and the election. So let's have a look at the highlights.
I'm here with Leah, who's a history student running for wellbeing officer. So do you want to run me through your manifesto quickly, Leah?
Hi, I'm Leah. My pronouns are she, they. And in terms of the experience I've got for this role, I was Vice President of Welfare and Campaigns for a year. I was the LGBTQ plus delegate at the National Union of Students Liberation Conference last year. I am currently working on a campaign for period equality and the provisions of free menstrual health products across campus. And last year I worked with Children in Need on funding a nationwide mental health support system for young people. In regards to the policies that I'm running on, I really want to see a much more proactive and person-based mental health service that is trauma-informed and less reliant on self-help. I really want to create a service that actually has the capacity to deal with students that have more severe problems. I'm also running on a policy of increasing town safety for students. Violence and sexual offences in town are 2% higher in Lancaster than the national average, and I don't think it's acceptable that the university relies on the fact that it's separate from town as like a way to not be involved in the well-being of its town-based students. I'm also campaigning for the provision of free, accessible and inclusive menstrual products across campus in every bathroom, male, female and accessible. And I'd also like to see a lot more structured and guided support for student initiatives and campaigns. vote for me, please.
In this election, there were 3,808 votes, and the quota for round one was 1,904. Again, the candidates in this election were Eliza, Leah, and reopen nominations. Go ahead. Reopen nominations got 365 votes. Leah got 2,597 votes. And Eliza got 846 votes. So Leah is duly elected as your wellbeing officer.
Hello. I haven't really thought about what to say, but I guess thank you to everyone who supported me and believed in me and thinks that I'm going to do a good job. I hope I do you proud. Thank you.
I'm here with Neve, who's a fine arts student running for education officer. Neve, do you want to run us through your manifesto quickly?
Hello, I'm Neve. I'm a second year fine art student, and I'm the current faculty rep for the Faculty of Art and Social Science. I'm going to run quickly through my main manifesto points because I really want to get on to my experience. But I want reading weeks for all students, I want to spread out assessments and keep deadlines realistic over holidays, and I want to restructure the academic rep system. I mentioned about being a faculty rep, and I really want to explain a bit about that title. I feel previous candidates haven't leaned into this experience. I want to draw parallels to being a college president. You run for being president of LUSU. If you're a wellbeing officer in a JCR, your next step up is being the wellbeing officer at LUSU. And the next run-up for a faculty rep is being education officer. For the last 5 months, I've represented 9 departments in FAS in high-up education committees, where these discussions are frequently around the education policies and student experience. This is no different from the day-to-day roles and responsibilities which an education officer has. I attend Senate, the highest university experience committee, and I do that alongside Keris and Harrison. I've built really strong relationships and connections in FAS, and I'm really confident in my ability to do this across the whole entire university. My experience really sets me apart from my fellow candidates, and it makes me a great choice to be your education officer. Thank you.
So in the election for this role, there were 3,913 votes cast, and the quota for round one was 56.5, sorry. Reopen nominations got 160 votes. Neve got 3,017 votes. Morgan got 412 votes, and Matthew Lamb got 324 votes, which means Neve is the elected candidate. Very well done, Neve. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Thank you everyone who voted, supported. It means so much. To my small but very mighty campaign team, thank you so much. Yeah, wow, I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Ella, and the full-time officer teams, and especially Frank, being so supportive. This is such an overwhelming experience to be part of. For all the candidates, well done for putting yourself forward, and yeah, thank you so much.
I'm here with Emily, who's a natural sciences student running for activities officer. Emily, do you want to walk us through your manifesto quickly?
Hi everyone, I'm Emily and I'm really excited to be running for activities officer. A bit more about me, so I'm currently the president of Pendle JCR and Pendle Netball, so I've got that first-hand experience leading student activities. I was also the previous president of the Harry Potter Society, so I did that as well, so I've got the side of societies and sports too. And I'm currently on sports committee as non-intervarsity women's plus rep as well. So I've had that experience championing college and intramural sport at the highest governing body of sport within the university. I've also kind of been on societies committee once, so that was nice. And I've also helped set up the tenants union, so I've also been championing sort of students' needs and wants and moving towards the sort of change that they need. So moving towards some of my main goals for my manifesto, so what I want to do is expand student leader training so that leaders feel confident and supported, so including things like accessibility and transparency and also mental health. So I think it's really important that student leaders get the mental health training to know how to look after themselves as well as looking after other people. They're the foundations of all activities at Lancaster. I think it's really important that they know how to look after themselves. Secondly, so Women's Plus in activities. So I want to advocate for breaking down barriers that a lot of Women's Plus feel when they try to access activities. So working with the Women in Sports Society, working with She Calls the Shots, and that sort of thing. So working towards facilitating them discussions and that space where Women's Plus feels safe to talk about solutions. And finally, so working towards a sport kit and model review, so ensuring affordability and student input into decisions that are made that affect a lot of clubs. This is something that a lot of clubs have talked to me that is an issue this year, and it's something that I really want to do a review on. If there's nothing that's wrong with it, that's great, but if there is things that are wrong with it, then we can always have that discussion and see what can be done about it. So yeah, why vote me? I've had most experience. I've had experience within societies and within sports teams, and I've been on the JCR as well. I'm already working towards improving student activities, and if I'm elected, I will continue to do so. Thank you.
Tom gains 158. Emily gains 174. That means Tom has a total of 1,425, and Emily has a total of 1,486. Emily Woods is your new activities officer.
Oh shit, what's going on? Hi everyone, sorry, I don't really know what to say. I just want to say thank you to everyone that voted for me and voted for every other candidate in the elections, and a really big thank you to my campaign team. I wouldn't have been able to do any of this without you. Thank you.
I'm here with Rory, who's a mechatronic engineering student and the former president of Finesse College, who's running for president. So Rory, why don't you just quickly walk us over your manifesto points?
Hi everyone, my name is Rory, my pronouns are he, him. I am currently a LUSU student trustee, so I have a full understanding of the inside of LUSU and the financial situation of both the Students' Union and the university. Spoilers, it's not very good. I was also the Finesse JCR president last year. I'm now the Finesse Democracy and Finance, so again I'm handling the money there. And I'm running for president. So my 5 manifesto pledges are campus rent control. In the last 5 years, rent's gone up 26%. The maintenance loan's only gone up by 10%. Students couldn't afford to eat 5 years ago. They really can't afford to eat now. This needs to change. And yes, so moving on from that, protect student jobs is the next one. College bars are closed. Students may not have officially lost their jobs, but students aren't getting shifts anymore, and back to students can't afford to eat. Students really can't afford to eat if the shifts that they were promised are no longer being given to them. Number 3, town safety. So students have talked to me in the last month or so, saying that town is less safe than it was last year. I've looked into it. Crime rates are on the up. Sexual and violent crimes are going up as well. As the biggest employer in the area, the university has the weight to lean on the council to implement policies in town to protect students. After that, we've got empower colleges to live up to the hype. Colleges were designed 60 years ago when students were less diverse. They had a different attitude to studying. They had more money. It's not working anymore. Students are involved in their colleges for Freshers Week, but after that, they don't have anything to do with them. And the last one is LUSU transparency. A lot of people have talked about this already. Decisions are made behind closed doors. People don't like that, and that will change. I've got very little time left. Vote for me, please. And 1. There we go.
In round 3, the non-transferable votes were 477. And the remaining votes were distributed as follows. Rory received 254 votes, and Ollie received 165 votes. The quota for this round was 1,796 votes. Rory received 1,848, and Ollie 1,744. So Rory is duly elected president of the Students' Union.
Quiet, you're all very quiet. Hello, thank you very much for that was really tense. Yeah, I haven't prepared anything. Everyone put in so much effort for this role. I've spoken to everyone in this whole week, and everyone's probably pretty bored of us running into lecture theatres and offering you stickers and flyers on Alex Square and stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for everyone who voted, and thank you to my small campaign team who put in an awful lot of work for me. And well done, Adam and Ben and Ollie, you've put in so much work. It was really close. Thank you very much.
It's really nice being able to look back and see the journey of coming and getting your roles.
Yeah, I'm watching that and I'm going, my anxiety still cannot handle that whatsoever. Like, I don't know about you, like, actually being there and, like, watching it, but, like, seeing that, I'm really just understanding how, like, the politics side works, like the whole voting. It's like, coming from first year, I knew nothing about that whatsoever. So I'm now watching it going, I understand it a little bit more, but like my anxiety, I was like, no, I was like, come on, I just want to know.
But you're telling me.
Dragging it out,
So yeah, Rory, really want to get down. You've talked a bit about your experience already, but I just want to ask you directly. So what experience have you had like coming into this role?
Yeah, so experience, lots of experience. So I joined Finesse JCR within a month of me starting starting Lancaster as a lowly socials officer, and I moved up to VP. I organised the Extrav that year. Rest in peace, Extravs. And yeah, then from there I was Finesse president for 2024, and now I've stepped back to be VP Democracy and Finance in Finesse as well, which was mostly so I could do my degree this side of Christmas. But I'm also a LUSU student trustee, so that means I sit on the trustee board of LUSU. I know the ins and outs of the financial situation of things like sugar, of the LUSU housing, of LUSU itself. Going back in time a bit to being Finesse president, I sat on a lot of different committees. There was Welcome Week committees run by the university. There were the Student Experiences Committee, which is basically anything that's not education went through this committee, and you'd look at papers and things to do with sort of sexual violence statistics, all the way over to like the bus timetable, kind of went through that. So I did a lot of that last year. Union Assembly is another one. So I've had a lot of yeah.
There's a lot of experience.
I did a degree in there as well somewhere.
How?
I don't know. Still going.
So obviously you've got a lot of experience, but how are you feeling coming into the role?
It hasn't really had a chance to settle yet. As I say, I am still doing a degree. I am writing my dissertation at the moment. I'll be back to the library immediately after this. So once I've handed that in next Friday, I think I might probably sit in a dark room and wonder why I've done this. But yeah, it hasn't really settled in. But I am excited. When I do think about it, I am excited for July and the coming year. And I think that we'll be able to do a lot of good in the next year. And I certainly hope we do.
So, I mean, could you be a bit more specific about like what do you hope to achieve in your role?
Yeah. So obviously I've got my 5 manifesto pledges, which I knew off by heart 3 weeks ago. So obviously the big one is rent control, and putting more money in students' pockets, so students can be able to not just spend money, but also be able to enjoy their time at university again. That if I could even, obviously, ideal world, if I could get that sorted by the end of my term, even halfway through the term, that'd be fantastic. But even if we can start stepping in the right direction, and the university is actually starting to listen to us on that, by the time that I'm done after a year, then I will be happy with where I am. Everything else under that, town safety is a big one, and I've already had talks with at least one local councillor who's really interested in getting some work done there as well. So those broad spectrum things I think are really important. And then it's just to do with setting a vibe, I think, with the union. I'd like a good vibe union that feels approachable, that no one is looking at us and thinking these people are untouchable. I would like to come across, and I'd like to sort of make this union something that students want to be engaged with and want to be a part of.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely amazing to know that you want to have that approachability in a way. Don't know if that's a word, but I've just created it. So Oxford Dictionary, like come at me for that. But I think that's absolutely amazing, and I am very happy that you are our new president.
Oh, thank you very much.
So yeah, well, good luck for a role as well. But I think on another note, we live streamed the LUBDS charity showcase. So let's have a look at the best bits.
I'm on tonight, my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel your boy. Come on, let's go, real slow, baby, like this is perfecto. Oh, you know I'm on tonight, my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel it's right. The attraction, the tension, baby, like this is perfection.
No fighting, no fighting, no fighting.
Last Friday night, now we danced on tabletops, and we took too many shots. Think we kissed but not hooked on. Last Friday night, yeah, we maxed up credit cards and cookies all up the floor, so we hit the boulevard. Last Friday night, we went drinking in the bar, skinny dipping in the dark, and had our revenge at all. Last Friday night, yeah, I think we broke the law. Always say we're gonna stop. We were always just that close, wrist to wrist, toe to toe.
Can your friends do this? Can your friends do that? Can your friends pull this off their little hat? Can your friends go, woo? Hey, looky here. Can your friends go abracadabra, let it rip, and then make the sucker disappear? Don't you think that's like your bogey eye? Hit the answer on your big ass friend.
Other dancers may be on the floor, yeah, but my eyes will see only you.
could have been.
All the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough, never be enough. 어디서나 거침없어 I'm the coldest 오직 나만 네 입안을 바꿀 진작 Just close your eyes breathe in breathe Wanna give a whiplash Beat drop with a big flash 집중해 좀 더 think fast 네 언니의 못해
If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd like to do is to save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend them with you.
In third place, drumroll please. Third place, Ella and Sorrel! In second place, drumroll please. In second place, we have Arthur and Liz! And in first place, drumroll please. The people taking or winning this fantastic trophy tonight are Joe and Ella! Very well done, guys.
So if you enjoyed those best bits, you can check out the full video, the full showcase on our YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. You go and watch the whole shebang on YouTube, and I absolutely am now in the Strictly spirit. You know, I just want to get up and dancing. I'm not going to do it now because I'm not going to embarrass myself live. Thank you very much. But yeah, I think that was absolutely amazing. But Leah, hi, how are you doing? How are you doing today?
I'm well. I'm
You're doing
good.
well.
Yeah.
Good. That's what we like. And something that I do want to ask you, I know that you've touched upon it already in the VTs from the election highlights and today, but just want to elaborate more about your experience, especially on JCR. So yeah.
I was Finesse JCR's Vice President of Welfare and Campaigns in 2024. Yes. That was great. I went straight from like not being on the JCR to going straight to Vice President. It was crazy, but I think that was kind of what kickstarted me into everything that I wanted to do. You know, I started working on a campaign for the provisions of free menstrual products across campus called Free Flow, which started to make some progress but has since stagnated because the university doesn't like student-led initiatives. And then as part of that as well, I was the LGBTQ plus delegate at the National Union of Students Liberation Conference, which is quite the mouthful. But yeah, whilst I was there, I did loads of like networking with other like student union wellbeing people, voted on the like liberation initiatives that were put forward. It was a really exciting opportunity. And then I also worked with BBC Children in Need last year. I think it was last year. Also 2024. Yes, it was. Working on the rollout of a nationwide mental health support program for young people. It was great. I got some experience working with a charity doing that, and like getting to grips with the kind of mental health support that young people are actually looking for. It was a busy year for me last year. I'm realizing.
But you've done so much, especially for wellbeing, and I think that's absolutely amazing. But something that I do want to ask you is, how is JCR and then going into wellbeing officer so different? Because like I expect it's a lot more of a workload, and how do you feel about that, like the difference between those two positions?
Well, I guess I haven't started the role yet. We don't start till July. But I think the biggest difference I've noticed already is visibility. When I was on a JCR, people were aware of me. They kind of knew what I was doing, or like they recognized my face from events that I helped out at. But now I feel very much more like I'm in the public eye almost. You know, people sort of double take as they walk past, or people have been following me on Instagram and I don't know who they are. That sort of being known I think is the biggest difference.
Yeah, I think that sounds really good, and I think especially like you said, you don't actually, both of you don't start the position until July. So something that I do want to ask you is, what do you hope to do as the new wellbeing officer? Because like you said, you've done a lot of student-led initiatives. Is there something that you are quite passionate about when you come into this role?
I mean, I've got my manifesto pledges, I guess, but the biggest, like my main goal, I think, is to really work on student empowerment and make sure that other students who have initiatives of their own, who are in a similar position to how I was sort of February last year, feel able to like come to the Students' Union and tell us about their idea, and our immediate response be, that's great, let's help. And I really want to, like, if I can sort of leave this role with the general feeling in the student body of like, oh, I have a voice and I can use it, and I will be supported through that. That's like, yeah, I'll be happy.
That's really good to hear. It's really nice to hear. Like, it feels more community based and people based. Do you know what I mean? Trying to keep it personal. So this is our 10th episode of Good Morning Lancaster.
Exciting.
Very exciting. And in LA1 TV, we've just got a new exec elected. So we've got a little video of our highlights and an introduction to our new exec.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Zara.
And this is Good Morning Lancaster.
I'm Zara.
And I'm Tom. And welcome in to Barker's Beer Keller.
Hi, I'm here with
Poppy. I'm Santi.
Zane.
Nathan.
Carlo.
Henry Perry.
Hi, I'm Emily.
And I'm Gregory.
And this is
Good Morning Lancaster.
I'm Tom.
And I'm Lauren, and we're here at Alexandra Square for Lancaster Music Festival.
We are going to show you how to forage on campus.
This is lemon balm.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah, it stung my lip a little bit. Good morning, Lancaster. I am Tom.
I'm Lucas, and welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Hi, I'm Gregory. These two now have their s'mores.
What a fun night.
What a tasty night.
We hope you have some more fun the rest of the week.
Good morning, Lancaster. I'm Freya, and I'm here in Alex Square's Farms Market.
Steve Roberts, the donut man.
Alvin.
Deborah. Holly from Miss Frog. Liz.
Hi, I'm Ella.
Back to the studio.
Hi, I'm Emily.
And I'm Gregory.
And this is Good Morning Lancaster.
We're here at Carmel College Barkers.
I'm Luke.
And I'm Tim. So I am Vice President.
I'm here today at the International Students Fair.
This wouldn't be possible without Amy, within Students Union, without Amy, without Callum, without Jess from Wellbeing, Mishu, Sabiha, right? Without them, this would completely not be possible. Without my family over here, right? Without them, this wouldn't be possible at all.
Hi, I'm Gregory.
And I'm Lucas.
And this is Good Morning Lancaster.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Gregory. And we're here today at Lancaster University Student Union's very own Christmas market.
I am so impressed with the dedication and the work that has gone into this festival. It's clearly an absolute labour of love by so many people.
Hello and welcome to Good Morning Lancaster. We're your hosts. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Freddie. Hello, my name's Freddie, and you're joining me and LA1 TV at the 381 Lancaster Supply Squadron Alexandra Barracks in Lancaster, where a group of people are undertaking a 24-hour charity event to collaboratively travel the distance to Kilimanjaro before attempting a charity climb of the mountain itself this summer.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Gregory.
I'm Emma.
And this is Good Morning Lancaster.
Hi. You okay? What do I do?
Ooh! Ooh, I hope I get to do some blitzing.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. This for me?
Yes. Hi, Micah.
Hello,
Nice to see
Sam.
you alive.
Yes, I'm here.
You're alive.
I'm gonna slay this Basties. You're not ready for it.
Okay.
I'm at the demonstration for the Sexual Misconduct and Harassment campaign, which is run by our student union officer, Ella. And I am here at the demonstration, so come along with me. I'm going to be speaking to lots of people, get their opinions on the campaign, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I am joined with our student union officer.
I'm Ella. I'm the wellbeing officer of the Students' Union.
Good morning, my name's Freddie.
And I'm Joe.
And this is Good Morning Lancaster.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Don't you come back? No. Don't you come back? Don't you come back? Don't you come back? Don't you come back?
We got no
Emily.
And I'm Jo.
And this is
Good Morning Lancaster.
Hello and welcome to LA1 TV. My name's Freddie and we're here with Derek from the Lancaster Music Cooperative. Now, do you want to tell us a little bit of backstory about the Music Co-op and what you sort of do?
Yeah. So the Music Co-op was started, this is our 40th year anniversary this year.
Good evening. You join me at the pub in Lancaster for tonight's Lancaster Music Cooperative charity event. They have 3 bands playing, all from the local area, to help raise money for the Lancaster Music Co-op.
Hi, I'm Lucas. I am the news station manager of LA1 TV. I'm a second year natural sciences student. And a fun fact, most of my bloodstream is made of coffee. That, right there, is the average amount of coffee I drink in a day.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I'm a second year physics student and I'm your new deputy station manager at LA1 TV. My fun fact is that I once spent over 12 hours in Sladeburn House alone.
Hi, I'm Freya. I'm a first year student in Spanish and History, and I'm your new secretary. And my fun fact is I have an 1,000-day plus Duolingo streak. Yes.
Hi, I'm Declan. I'm currently a third year environmental science student going on to do an integrated master's. I'm your treasurer for the new year, and a fun fact is my coffee machine basically allows me to run my own coffee shop from my flat.
Hello, my name is Lauren and I'm a first year film and creative writing student. I am one of 2 social execs with LA1 TV this year, and a fun fact about myself is that I have competed at horse riding at Aintree.
Hi, I'm Jacob. I'm a second year history student and I'm your new co-production manager for this year. My fun fact is I once wrote 2 2,500-word essays in the space of 12 hours.
Hello, I'm Freddie. I'm a first year German and Italian student. I'm the new joint production manager at LA1 TV. And a fun fact about me is I am climbing Kilimanjaro this summer to raise money for Teenage Cancer Trust.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm a first year film and theatre student. I am the new marketing manager. And a fun fact about me is that I participated in the largest cha-cha slide and I may be a Guinness World Record holder. Who knows?
Hiya, I'm Melody. I'm a second year natural sciences student doing LEC and psychology pathways. I'm the live events coordinator for LA1 TV, and my fun fact is that I once had to go to an A&E trip during primary school because a shower shattered on me.
Get some B-roll of Lucas hiding behind the bush.
No. Can't see me.
This has been awful, so goodbye.
I hope you like seeing a bit of our highlights and our new exec. Very exciting to see what they do in the coming year.
Same here. I'm excited to see what the future is going to be like for LA1. So the future's bright, let's say that. Let's say that. There's some optimism there. But yeah, do you guys have anything you want to plug, like your socials, especially as FTOs?
I mean, you can go and follow my personal Instagram if you'd like. It's Rory O'Kelly. Good luck spelling the last name. But I would far more recommend that you follow Lucy in the coming months and the next year, and just your general time at Lancaster University to know what's going on. And anyone doing coursework like I am at the moment, good luck with that, and good luck with revising over Easter and all that for exams after Easter.
If you want to follow me on social media, my Instagram is leah.may.04. Exciting stuff. I guess if anyone has ever had a period in your life, I recommend you have a look around the university and just at the absence of products, and just, I don't know, if you know anyone on a JCR, on an SCR, in LUSU, let them know, tell them about it, make some noise. I'd be grateful.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us today, and thank you to all of our viewers for watching. Thank you for watching our 10th episode and being guests on it.
Thank you for having us.
I've been Jo.
And I've been Emily.
And this has been Good Morning Lancaster.